Well, hello, good evening, welcome to Rangers Radio. Join myself, Foxchair. On the show tonight is Big Stevie, and I want her on the south side. Evening, gentlemen.
Evening, Ox. Good to be on the night with my big mucker, Stevie, as always. Looking forward to some topical debate. And good evening to everyone listening in this evening.
Evening, Ox. Good evening, Southside. Good evening to all the trips to the lobby. Good evening to the techie boys. Welcome to the big station, serving the nation. It is Dream Team Tuesday.
Big Stevie. Oh, that'll be another brand of t-shirts he's bringing out Southside.
I think they've got a logo on them, mate, on the sleeve. I'm sure there's a logo on the sleeve.
Meat pie, mate. Meat pie.
Aye, that's on the right-hand side.
When I seen the initials, I thought it was military police.
Well, if you want to know, it's meat pie, sausage rolls. Come on, Rangers, give us goals. There you go.
Right, we'll keep the story, the drama. The high-vis jacket man, the wrong door, the tunnel, the autographs, the pies, the sausage rolls, and somebody missing some goals. We'll keep the story, yeah? Will we keep it?
Oh, I think we should get it out there. I mean, come on, man. I couldn't believe it. I really couldn't. You have no idea, but we've got to get through to see this team yours. No idea.
Right.
You want me to elaborate?
Yes.
It gets that bad.
What I want is, I don't want the whole truth and nothing but the truth. I just want...
I'll try to keep it so nobody gets to jail. Okay, right? I'll try to...
Remember, this is live, you.
Yeah. Listen, I'm pretty well. Hey, I'm experienced in this field. I've been in front of a funny wig on before. Now, it starts off an hour before kick-off. Big Stevie, got a ticket for the game? You know I've not got a ticket for the game, but we'll head down to Dumbarton. I've got you, man.
We know that.
So,
you're shouting and bawling live.
Yes, that's correct. So I'm telling you the story. So the main man for Go Bathrooms, the owner of Go Bathrooms phones me. Come down. So I goes down, and by the way, for any of your needs, phone Go Bathrooms. The boys are fantastic. They'll sort you right out.
So anyway, you know he's on a terror, a shout every time he slips.
Go Bathrooms, there you go. So anyway,
I go to the bathroom quite regular. Carry on, Stevie.
Yes, so it gets down to the stadium. Needless to say, I maybe have broke the driving record to get for the drum down to Dumbarton. But anyway, parts up the car, runs, yes, all the way down to the stadium, meets the main man. No names, no backdraw, but thanks a lot, Big George. And gives me the ticket. So I'm looking, that's in the Dumbarton end. There's me with Rangers hat and that on, Willie Bonnet. So he's in, and I bumps into three other boys for the north side of the city. Once again, no names, no backdraw. I said, lads, what are we going to do here? We need to try and get in with the Bears. He says, Stevie, no idea what to do. I said, we've got plan A and plan B, because I'm an all-hand at the game. I said, one with me. We'll try and go up the stair, out the top of the exit, through hospitality, and we'll get in with the Bears. So, right, okay, you lead the way. So I've led the way. Try to get up. One jacket fits all, grabs his, where he's gone, can he get beat it? So we had to walk all the way back down the stairs. So we're at the touchline again. I says, right, Stevie, what's this plan B? I says, follow me, lads. I says, see that door over there? That big geezer's watching. That takes you through. That'll get us into the Rangers end. So the four of us politely asked him, I was going to say grabbed him, asked him would they kindly move out the road and let us through. So here we got the door open, we're branched through. Next minute we open this other door, we're in the tunnel. We're in the tunnel. And there's Phil Clement, there's Rangers officials, there's cameramen stoating about, media stoating about, and I didn't know whether to jump big fall or no. I said, no, we better just keep to what we're wanting here. So we turned right, we walked up the tunnel, out the tunnel, the teams would come out.
Stop you there. South side. You come in with your bit now.
Well, is that the tunnel? You know, signing autographs. Where I was standing, it looked like he was doing a bit of autograph signing, a couple of photos.
Carry on, Stephen. Carry on.
Anyway, I'm not getting into that. So I've seen there's all the bells just there. So we've got to walk 10 yards. 10 yards we've got and we're in with the bells and a mission accomplished. He's along. You know, that's when the one Jacob, so that's these four guys are all shouting the ball and trying to get it. So we all jump off bench. We're in with the bells. And lo and behold, I looked up and there's my side. There's my wingman and his son. There's my wingman and his son. Yeah, dancer, here we go, right up his stair. We're in with the bells. But honestly, see what you've got to get through to see your team. It was unbelievable. And see when I told my own boy, Jamie, I didn't know whether to jump, big foul, hug him, kiss him, or say, I'm Big Stevie for Rangers Radio. He's a wee 5-minute talk with you. Oh, brilliant. What a day. Then, the best bit of all, we're standing, we're just up the top of the UB, we're singing our hearts out. We're Southside. Disappeared. I said, it must be a way to the Kersey. Lo and behold, the man comes back with 2 pies, one for him, one for me, and he missed
What happened? And what happened when he was away getting the 2 pies?
He missed the goal. He missed it. He missed it like Stracina.
Shocked there over it. I just thought then we come back up a bit just to come out the exit into the stand, and I just heard goal Rangers Lundstrom. I thought, brilliant. Brilliant.
And can also say, by the way, I'm disappointed at Albert, who I did hear when I listened back to the show on Saturday, who said I was disappointed because I couldn't wear that nurse's outfit. I mean, that is out of order. Come on. After everything I went through to see my team, he's having a pot shot at me about wearing the nurse's outfit.
I thought Albert speaks sense, so said.
Here, by the way, Albert actually backtracked on one of the shows, believe it or not, because he said if we won the league, you could give Hearts an extra $500,000. After AK being stupid enough to say it. No, when you buy them, then if they finish thing with whatever, we'll give them extra money. He said that, I know. Shocking behaviour, mate. I just heard that the other day. I was alerted to it. I had to go and check it. He certainly said it. You'll be screaming at the telly and saying, no, I didn't, but he did.
Well, I'll be seeing Albert in HR tomorrow, so I'll let you know how we got on, mate.
There's a few going to HR these days, isn't there?
Oh, mate, it's like a revolving door, isn't it?
Big man's got his own seat, ain't you, Big man?
I've got my own lamp, my own seat. Just shine the lamp on me all the time. Unbelievable. And by the way, all starts again tomorrow to go to Edinburgh on the prowl for tickets and all the rest of it and everything else. It all starts.
Who got you the tickets on Saturday? Who was it?
Oh, go bathrooms, yes.
Yes.
Extra R10 in the skyrocket.
For all your toilet needs, give the boys a phone. Go bathrooms. They do an excellent job.
Yes, whatever colour you like, as long as it's orange or blue. Yeah, you get your sweet done.
Yep, that's correct.
Oh, brilliant. All right. Look, listen, fair play to you 2 boys for going in that night. It was horrendous conditions for the fans, horrendous conditions for the players. The park was, the conditions caused the park to be horrendous. It was no classy. It's done. We move on, Southside, huh?
Aye. It wasn't as bad as the Copenhagen game. That was more colder, but for the rain and the wind and that, it wasn't a good spectacle for the game and that, but we had a good laugh big one, didn't we? So that's what it's about. And the results always the most important thing. So we're into the next round and that's what mattered. Plus, we all get into the ground.
Yeah. And can I also say, Southside, there was some amount of real good bells round about us the other night, wasn't there? Mr. Daniels, Mr. Smith.
There was a few guys there, aye. Yep.
Yeah, all cracking bells that go everywhere. and they were all shouting to me, kidding me on. How did you get a ticket, McPherson? Rangers are playing in blue. All that carry on, I had to suffer up them. Oh, anyway, unbelievable. A lot of great players. And can I just say, Ox, can I just say, the amount of Rangers fans outside that ground, all that young team, all the UB, all outside the ground, lighting flares and singing and their hearts out, and sang there for 90 minutes. I think they all get wheelie bins and pushed them out of the fence. They all stood the wheelie bins. Unreal of support. I think they were more locked out than there was in the ground.
I know, mate. I know. It's listen, it's a sad time in Scottish football when league teams will get grounds like that. But anyway, maybe sooner or later somebody might look at it. But that's a whole different debate. Right? Okay, we'll get a massive game coming up tomorrow night. Massive game, and I think it's sponsored by Go Bathrooms. So,
all the beefy gets a ticket tomorrow.
We can't do any better here, Stevie. Right. We'll get we'll hear for the gaffer if that's all right with you, Southside, the first party's interview. We'll get the phone lines open. People want to join us. Remember, folks, as a phone-in show, we need you to make this show work. And you call us Southside. People have not been on before. Tell them it's not difficult. You popped your cherry once. The legendary Andy Kennedy story.
Thanks for reminding me. Aye, listen, if you've listened to the show for a while and that, and you've never phoned in, just phone in, speak to the techie team. They'll tell you just to come on and say your point, and we'll answer it as best we can, or we'll have a debate with you and take it from there. But it's easy as that.
Anybody who needs a bathroom, phone in. We can put you on to Go Bathroom, Stevie.
You certainly can. Yep. Certainly can. And can I just also say, this is a platform that doesn't take any money off the Bears. When you phone the station, they phone you back, and it doesn't cost you a penny. That way you can put an extra $5 on your power card. There you go. Sorted.
He's all heart, Southside, isn't he? He's all heart.
Aye, well, we are unique because we're free and we don't charge anything, and nobody on this show ever gets paid for it, that's for sure. We do it for free and we do it for the love of the Glasgow Rangers. And we don't have adverts through our shows either. When you're listening to us, you get 2 hours of us boring the tears off some nights.
People want more adverts.
Aye, they want adverts, but no, but that's unique about us, and it's always been that way since the show started, Ox, I believe, so that's the way to go.
Principle. He bases our wages on percentage rises all the time, mate.
I've never had a rise, so I guess I've been well percentage there.
Percentage rises all the time. You can work that out. When you start at zero,
you end in zero.
Right. Let's hear your gaffer, Philip, come on.
Philip, hi.
Good afternoon.
Thank
you.
The same. In terms of working with the squad you have and maybe adding to it, how close are you to bringing anyone else in?
Oh, that question again. Yeah, what I said the last times. What is close, what is far. The first second that somebody's in this building and signed a contract, I will tell all of you. The rest, it's talk. You never know how close you are or how far you are. So everybody's working really hard on that way, and I think there are things that are interesting that are possible, but we will see at the end.
Are you able just to clear up in terms of where you're at with Diamandi and how close that is?
No, I don't speak about any rumors because there's been, how many? 15 names already the last couple of weeks. I can say we were not interested in all those players. So if you start to talk about one rumor, you need to talk about the other rumor. And then I'm only busy with that and not making trainings anymore or looking at players or talking with players or talk with my own players. So I'm doing a different job. So I never do that. That's the best way.
Hibernian, the opposition this midweek. That was your first game in charge when you played against Hibs. How much has your team developed from then to now, do you feel?
I think it's for everybody clear that the team made good steps forward, but doesn't mean anything towards the game. So I know we had a good win in that game, although the difference between the two teams was not as big as the result was at the end of the game. We need to be honest about that. So we know it's a team that plays really good football. It's a team who makes good combination with fast wingers who have a good individual action. They have players in front and in the midfield who can score goals. So we need to play a good game there. And but I know the squad is getting better than it was that moment. But that doesn't mean that it's the same if Manchester City wins a game 6-0. The next game they play against the same team, it doesn't mean that they're going to win 6-0. So this 4-0 that we won at home is for me a long time ago. We were that day efficient. We were good. But we need to repeat that again tomorrow.
Do you feel that the way that they play, you can take advantage of that because the way they try to play out the back?
No, it's difficult to play against. They do it in a good way. You see a clear structure and an idea. It's one of the teams also in Scotland to do that. Not so many teams are doing that. So against the other teams, last couple of weeks, we showed the good things against teams who play in a low block and put a lot of balls forward. So this is a totally different game. So it's interesting for us also to see how we react.
Philippe, could you provide an update on Abdallah Sina's injury?
No, not yet. And it's not that I want to keep things away of you guys. So I expect to have more news today, latest tomorrow, for my medical staff, and I always listen to them and not towards other people. So ask me this question after the game, and then I will give an assessment about that. I will have the information, let's say 99% sure. So if I have the information clearly, I will give it also.
Just on that, is there any indications if it's short-term or long-term?
It will be long-term.
Long-term, right.
That's why I want to have also the right information.
Obviously, you had your injuries this season. It's another difficult one to take for you.
Yes, but like I always said, I want to look at the glass half full. I'm not gonna go in pity and in disappointment. So it's been the case, yes, but the team and the squad has proven also that they always stand up when something happens, and other players do the job, and there were really positive surprises in that way. So we're gonna go for that and to find other solutions and other surprises.
One of those players, obviously, you lost Daniil last month. At the time, you were saying that trying to get a striker in was a priority. Is there any progress on that front?
It's the same as the first question. So I'm not speaking about positions or what we want. There are also strikers in the building, and Fabio showed already good things. Cyril, if you're going to look at the statistics that he has for the moment, he's in a good way also. So we will see what targets we will take in the transfer market and what the possibilities are.
Philip, 7 games in February, would you be content and confident if you don't manage to add to your squad?
No, because it's not what that was not the idea of the club. So I'm confident that we will do the things that we all are aligned on.
In terms of Sima, will he rehab here or will he go back to his parent club?
That's things to discuss if we have the good assessment about injury and what to do. That's why I want to give the information when I have it and not too early. So of course we were, from the first moment we were contacted, we directly contacted Brighton, and we're working together in that way.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972. It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Southside, we cannot catch a break, can we?
Yeah, sounds pretty ominous, doesn't it, for him? And he was doing so well. He's got, what, 15 goals or something? Was he around about that mark? Coming in on loan. He had some big moments in big games, and he was good defensively as well, going forward and working hard. So another one to the injury list, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's beyond the joke now, Stevie. I mean, you can't plan for it. He goes away to AFCON, and I don't think he plays any minutes. Training and gets an injury. I've heard whispers it's his hip, but I wouldn't like to say. But when they're talking about sending him back to his parent club, but saying he's ruled out for the season.
Aye.
Could you make it up, could you?
Nah. Honestly, if we had any luck, we would have known. The big man's been great for us. As Southside pointed out, even his defending side, he's tidied up on that. The big man was coming back and doing the dirty side of the game. He was doing great for us, and it's just a pity for the boy. According to what I've heard, his agent was saying he's wanting to stay with the Rangers. You know, he's happy, and his agent's saying that, but you want to hear that for the horse's mouth, don't you? You know, but it's a shame for the boy. You know, he's been away out there, got an injury in training, having to come away back, and he's had a great season with Rangers so far. Right? It's a shame.
He doesn't give a lot away, Southside nearer, does he? He sticks to his script. There's nothing to say till it's done.
Aye. And he doesn't get tricked either if they ask him a question further down the line or whatever. No, he sticks to what he's going to tell them and that only. But aye, he's probably just. It was good to hear him saying that he'll not be happy and the club's got provisions in place that they were looking at targets and stuff. But it sounds like the way he was talking. So hopefully we'll get one or two other players in Oxby before the end of the window shuts. We alluded to that in the interview as well.
Obviously, strong rumours, and we're waiting. We've not seen him in the building yet. But DeMonte, Stevie.
Aye. Yeah, and as soon as you hear a player's coming in, you do your usual, don't you? You go into YouTube and try and find out a bit about the boy and everything else. 22, is he? 22, I'm led to believe. So, aye. Just wait to see what happens. But until he's given a scarf, that's a big his philosophy, isn't it? He does hinting about it's a done deal, but I think I don't know a lot about the boy. Again, you'll say, Ox, it's a trial and error, isn't it? It's everything's
It's not just about being a good player, you're moving culture, Southside. You know what it's like obviously when Stevie comes to visit you, he's gone from the north to the south to the city. People take time to mix in.
Aye. Well, and listen, you could use Cifuentes as an example and all, probably. Coming in and having to adjust and all that, and it's not even really started. But hopefully this boy, when he comes in, it'll be the same. It'll take a bit of time to settle in and adapt, but hopefully he's ready to get into the first team straight away, get some appearances, probably as a sub or something to start with, because come on, sounds as if you want to make sure he knows what his job is when he goes on the park. So I'd imagine when he gets over the line and we get him seen at Alton Howie or at Ibrox, I'm sure he'll be wanting to get him some game time straight away. So it's positive if it happens, mate. The rumours are it's going to, but until he's there.
No, you never know, mate. You never know, do you?
No, well, it happened once before many years back, didn't it? Across the other side of the city, they paraded somebody, didn't they? Didn't turn out like that, and they ended up at Ibrox, if you remember.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, mate.
Aye. We'll just say, but no, you want to see him with a scarf on and whatever, or in the building. With a
scarf, that was a problem, mate.
Aye, I know. We said the better.
I know what you mean. It's no one of your end. You're not there. There's no sign to you see them today. Listen.
Well, it was merely a shock for us than it was for them, I think.
No, I don't think so, mate. They've never got over it. Stevie, a midfield player across the middle, obviously. Ryan Jack, obviously Tom Lawrence is his injuries, you know, even Raskin's had injuries. You know, so there's been times when we've short our bodies in there. And the boy Sterling's keen to the fore. Hopefully he's back fit this weekend, or maybe even tomorrow.
Aye. Well, that boy we've just bought, I believe he's a left-sided midfielder, left-footed.
Who?
The boy that's meant to be coming in, Mohammed Hamdani.
Oh, he's not here yet, is he?
No, I know he's not here yet, but I'm just saying he's a left side of midfield. You know, a left-footed. Can I just say as well on that? I heard it was £2 million beside him, then I heard it was 4 points or something. What is the true figure?
Well, you've got to read. If it says that sometimes a 4.5 million deal, sometimes that can include the wages, Southside.
Aye, it can. How they break it down and what they're saying, I'm not worried, Docs. As long as we get them in the door and the fee will be the fee. If the club think it was worth paying whatever the fee will be, then that's what it is. Just want them in the door, whoever it is, when they come in, just get them in that first team and get them playing, and hopefully they'll be adding to the quality straight away, because that's what we're looking for when we get these signings. We've had enough come in and no hit the ground running. So hopefully the next ones that come in are hitting the ground running, mate.
And maybe 1 minute to go, Stevie here. Maybe 1 minute to go.
Aye, I would say so. I would say, aye. Definitely a forward. Definitely centre forward. Aye, he's going to get somebody. We really have. But getting back to what you were talking about, you're right, Ox, with the injuries, Raskin and all these guys. But I'll tell you what, Big Sterling's come in, he's not looked out of place in there. We kind of stumbled across that, didn't we? But look, it is what it is, you know. I think we're struggling at the back line, struggling in more of the defence, aren't we? A couple of suspended and a couple of injuries, aren't we?
Well, we'll never get to that in the second part of the interview, but me and you see it slightly different, the Stirling one, Southside. You've enjoyed them, but you still want to see him playing in his natural position.
Aye, listen, he done a job when Phil come on, put him in there. And he's hard working, he'll shut down, he's hard grafting, tough tackling. But he's not really, when he breaks forward, if he break forward and you're wanting to play that through ball and that, he's not really got it in his locker. We've seen that a couple of times, he's hanged me, but he done a job while he was there. But I just think come on to play midfielders that are actually midfielders in midfield. You know, I don't think Sterling would have a role and playing him as a 2 in our midfield. And I think as the week's going and months going, you'll probably see that isn't going to happen.
Well, interesting. I think we could have stumbled on something. I think as a defensive midfield with that pace, that power, winning tackles and keeping it simple and being competitive, I think is an asset in there. Stevie?
Yep, I agree. And it's not often I disagree with my wingman, but not that he's disagreed with me as well. But I just think, you know, but we done this. I can't even mind. I said this the last time. Was it Big Bassy we stumbled across it, and he was outstanding for us. And this is another case with Big Sterling. He's not looked. Not I like about it. See, as the game goes on, he doesn't lose his pace. He's still got an engine. He's still gone and still gone and still gone. I like a big man in the midfield, I've got to say.
Aye. Southside, we never mentioned at the start of the show. You sounded far away with your Super 6, but you actually hit the bar. All the games were close at the weekend, so is your form slowly improving?
I don't know. We'll find out this weekend, won't we? Bringing that up. What we were talking about and you're bringing that up. No, listen, Sterling, aye. Listen, Bassy's different, Stevie. He played left back and we sort of put him into the middle of the defence at times, right? And you're watching the game and he wasn't great in the air and all that at centre back, and he had that, but he grew into it. But left back, when he got a chance as well, he was decent. But midfield's slightly different, I think, for Sterling. I think he'd probably be good at the 2 full-back positions. Probably playing as an anchor role, aye. You could maybe adopt him into that idea, but I don't think going forward that, in my opinion, I don't think he'll play many games in midfield. I think it was just because we needed him in there at the time.
Okay, maybe we got a wee poll going. What do you think?
Aye, get it gone.
Mhm.
Can I
A wee poll.
as Del Boy would say, what can't speak can't lie. The boy's been excellent in there. It's as plain and simple as that. Whether it's his right position or no, or going forward, you'll see him there again. When he did,
Right, can I ask you a question then? Can I ask you a question, right?
Yes.
So you want to play him in there, right? So you pick him, right? He's your number one choice in there, right? Who are you playing next to him?
I'm not happy with your tone.
I'm just asking you a question. You're saying you think he wants to play him. I'm just saying, so who would you play in beside him? So
Children.
don't get touchy about it because I've asked you a question.
Coming across here, you know, it's just, who would I play? I would
Fox, you come up with one and all.
Now, hold on, you're asking me a question, and you're giving me a bit of jip. Give me a minute. You just asked me off the cuff who I would play with Big Sterling. I'd play Sterling. I would play Cervantes, and I would play. What you
Right, you just pull them out, right? Fine, they two together in a two, because he plays a two. Remember?
Right, if we were picking a team and I was putting Sterling in it at the moment, this moment in time, only this moment in time, it would be John Lundstrom. At this moment in time.
Well, I'm trying to put pace in there rather than big Looney. You look at 70 minutes of him, let's be honest. He's been great for his Big Looney recently, but we all know he's looking for a contract. And you all know my thoughts on it. Should be Gamer.
If you notice, I picked my words wisely there, Stevie.
Yes.
At this moment in time, what we're seeing, that would be the two. But right, okay, we'll get a wee poll going. What do you think? Southside, we ask the listeners on Facebook. Do John Sterling's favourite position, right back, left back, defensive mid? Would that do? Would that be fair?
It will, but me still probably go for defensive mid because that's the most of the games he's played and played pretty decent in, so that's what will happen. But you're wanting football players and technical players, guys that can break from midfield, score goals. Lundstrom and Sterling, how many goals are they going to score? You play now 20 games in that midfield. How many chances are they going to create for you? I'm just saying that he done well when he was in there, and I just think in time he'll possibly he maybe go in there at times. The manager might put him in there when he brings him on, but because Tav doesn't normally come off. But I think going forward, he's technically a right back, isn't he?
Can I come in there?
Yes, mate.
Can I just say, I know what you're saying there about that midfield when they score. The midfield we've got the new doesn't score any goals as it is. That's my problem. You know, not a lot of them. You know, no matter what midfielders you put in there, none of them are scoring. That's part of our problem.
I think if scoring goals, I get it, Southside. I know what you're saying. There's no finesse, but what we've seen, that was more than somebody getting in and covering a position. The boy looked as if, in my opinion, he had some potential in there. Yeah.
I agree. There's some. I agree. He's got attributes that would help him in there. I agree. I just think going long term, I think we'll see Clement will probably no use him in there. He might bring him on as a sub in there. I just don't see him starting in there very often when he gets his right squad and team together, to be honest.
It's all about opinions, It's all about opinions, Stevie. You all right now? You calmed down?
I'm fine and dandy. It's just he's gone walks now with Alburn that, and he's starting to come on here, and I'm not happy with his tone at all. My wingman's, honestly, get him down to HR. I'm an Albert to HR. Get the two of them down.
There was a finger pointing. You know what I mean? That was a bit strong, wasn't it?
It was just the one finger, I think. Yeah,
slide it up a bit. Right, okay. we'll hear the rest of Philip Clement's interview, and then we'll maybe get more idea about the team's going to be, and I'll come to you too. We'll know who's fit. Hopefully after this, and we can see who your team's going to be, and hopefully we'll get some callers. So let's hear the rest of Philip Clement.
Liam King spoke yesterday. Obviously, you brought Alex Lowry back from Hearts.
No, I didn't bring him back.
So he's still on loan at Hearts, Lowry.
No, but I didn't bring him back. Hearts said they didn't want to keep him the next 6 months. So the clear plan with Alex is that we want him to go on loan again to get minutes. That's the plan with him, because in the squad that there is now, it's going to be difficult for him to take minutes, and was a clear plan for 1 year to take minutes and to take experience and to become stronger, to come back in a good way, and then to make a good assessment in the summer. So that's what we're trying to do now, and we will see who are the teams who are interested and what is the best place for him to go in the way we want to play football and in the way he can develop in the best way.
Would that likely to be not in Scotland, do you think?
I don't know. It depends of the possibilities, but it's a story between Alex, the club, and then finding another team. With the club, I mean myself also, of course.
Philippe, I just wanted to ask you about Nuss Kaufman. Obviously, he's just started here. A lot of his work will be done around transfers. How's it been working with him, and is it him leading the search for new players? Is it the two of you in at Tamden? How's it been working this month?
Yeah, it's been really busy. So if I get a message or a call, my wife already knows who it is. But it's good it's Niels and not somebody else. So that's positive thing. Yeah, it's been good. He's super determined, hardworking, day and night, together with all his team, because it's the same as with me. Okay, I'm always the spokesman about everything, but I don't do everything myself in this building. I have a great staff doing a lot of things for me. It's the same with Niels. He's happy also about the people who are in the building, how they are helping with all the scouts and analysts and everybody. And we are discussing all the developments between us, but always together with the board also, with Craig, with James, with the chairman, with the other members of the board, with the investors. In the moment it comes to decision making, so it's with everybody together. But there's a lot of contact, and that's also what I like. I like to be involved. I like to know everything what's going on. Is it going in a positive way, or is it becoming difficult, and why? And so I like to have all the information. Like I want also all the information about the players here. I like to have a lot of information that I can make the right decisions.
You said earlier to Jane that you wouldn't be content if you didn't make any more signings. So obviously the club is still looking to bring in another player, perhaps other players. You've already brought in one player that was on loan. And I know you don't want to speak on names, but the Diomande is being linked for around £4 million. You spoke last week about you've got to be smart with your money. You know, this isn't the richest club in the world. You have to be smart and clever. In terms of the budget, is there only, say, £4 or £5 million available that might all go on one player, and then it would have to be loans? Or
you know already, I'm never going to respond to that question. So it's clear we have these discussions with the board, with investors, what is possible, what is not possible, when we come with names, and we make decisions around that. And everybody is very ambitious to let the team grow, to make the team better, and to make the right transfers. Is it for short term to help the team the next 6 months? Is it for long term also to get an investment back in long term for players to come in and to have impact, but who can grow also and are part of the club that you can sell afterwards? That's also things to take in account. So there are always a lot of things to take in account, and we discuss about all those things. That's why it are short nights in January, and I'm always happy it's February.
Well, you gave Robbie McCrory his first start of the season at the weekend. He says he's looking for more game time. Is he going to be a Scottish Cup goalkeeper this season, or where do you see him getting his minutes?
No, it depends. It depends of his performances. It depends of what he's doing in training, and then we will make decisions. What is best for the group, for the club.
But you will keep him here. You won't be looking to put him out on loan.
No, how can you put now with 9 days to go a player on loan if you don't have another goalkeeper in? It was never the plan. It was clearly discussed with Robbie before the winter break also. So he will be here, and he did good things. I gave him also the chance to play this game. I don't have to do that. And also the games against Hertha in Copenhagen to get the minutes. So he's ready. And we will go on like that the next 6 months.
Philippe, how's the rest of the squad ahead of the game tomorrow? Any changes from the group?
The next 6 months, and then we can make a new evaluation, because I see you're surprised. It's longer than 6 months contract, I know. But then we can make the new evaluation. But he's going to be here until the end of the season for sure.
How's the squad fitness-wise ahead of the game tomorrow night?
The same as the cup game. So Ben is still not available. Kieran Dahl had his operation. Everything went well. So that's positive also, that the operation went well. And Kemar and Daniel are also still out.
Any timescales on Ben Davies? You said you hope to have him back last week, is that?
No. No, for the moment not. It's shorter term. The 3 other guys are longer term, and Abda also. But Ben is more short term, but I cannot put a time scale on that.
Right, gentlemen. Put your bones out of that south side.
Aye, quite a bit. Who did he say at the end? Who was the first player he said there? Do you catch it? No.
He intimated that obviously the boys who's injured, which is Danilo Roof.
I heard all them. It was just the first name I didn't catch what he said, but he looks like we're actively seeking. His phone's hot, and they're still on communication, and they're trying to get deals done. But it sounds there. I like the way he deflected. I didn't bring him back. Surely she should have known her story before she put the question to him. And obviously we're looking to get him out on loan to give him more game time ups, Lowry. Right. So, but it looks at it.
Aye. So Hearts must have done an option, yeah? Hearts must have done an option.
Well, they had the option at the end of the season anyway, didn't they? So.
All right, so he needs to go out and play games. I don't disagree with that, Steve, if I'm being honest. If all the boys, maybe even if things were perfect, you'd maybe put Leon King as well. They need to play.
Aye. Well, anybody that we think has got something about them, they're better out on loan, getting game time minutes under their belt, into their legs and that and all. But Hearts, I don't know what's happened there. Just something's no right, sitting right with me. 1 minute they've got them for a year, the next minute they're sending them back halfway through the season. It just doesn't sit right with me. It's as if they've had a wee fallout or something. I don't know. No, I'm not saying the player in Hearts. Just, I don't know. There's just something doesn't sit right with me. All of a sudden, he's not going to get game time with him and all the rest of it. There's something not right there. And by the way, can I just say I got a nice WhatsApp for Robert Worlow. Sent me a nice photo. His first ever Vindaloo. He says, "Wish me luck." So all the best, Robert. Your Vindaloo. Maybe give us a wee phone and let us know how you got on, mate.
Maybe he's a wee phone in tomorrow. Oh, I see what you've done there. He gets them on the Vindaloo, and the first place they have to phone is Go Bathroom South.
Your cat on, yes.
Aye, no bad.
Well done, Robert. That looked lovely, by the way, I must admit. Starting to get hungry.
What, chicken and lamb?
I think it was just chicken.
Okay.
That means there'll be something else, doesn't it?
Aye, man, prawn, pink prawn.
Hang with Lowry, I think Ox as well. If he's no going to feature a lot there, then we're as well trying to get him back and then get him out to a club that's going to suit us, and it's going to suit him. And then he's going to obviously assess him at the start of next season. But I think it's a good move, Stevie, if he's not getting the game time there. We could probably be doing with my night since Dundee's scutting them 2-0 at half time. So, but no, it looks like we want to get him minutes, and that's what the plan is for the boys. So that's what the club want to do, isn't it?
Can I also come in there, Southside? I don't know what you think. Like, I'm hearing rumblings with certain bears you talk to and whatever about the boys meant to have a bit of an attitude problem. How do these people know this? This is what I want to know. How do these people find these things out and come away with these things?
Because people mention them on radio stations.
Mm-hmm. Well, the bottom line for me is, until you know the boy and you're actually in there with the bricks, you better keep your tongue in the ivory box, you know?
I think the thing is, for a start, right, he's a young lad. He's been through a lot. We had a bit of hope for him. I don't know if he's going to reach these standards, but I wish him all the best. And he's been through a lot as a young man. He deserves a break. Yeah, I mean, I know people go through every day in life and people are dealing with different things outside, but he's in the spotlight and that brings its own pressure, particularly being so young.
He's a young boy. He's better. He's too good for the B team, the same as Ross McCausland's getting, and there's one or two others that probably stand out at that level that probably have to try and progress into the first team. But he's a good young talent, and people did say his attitude and that right or wrong. Whether they question it or not, it's right or wrong, who knows? But he's had a wee bit to deal with in his young life, and a teenager growing up, and he got a wee bit of fame and stardom as well. By getting the first team, you get a wee taste of it. Some players knuckle down, some maybe show the wrong attitude, but he's been judged at his time at the club. Michael Beale didn't do him any favours, mind you, in one of his interviews about him. So, but no, he's back at Ibrox and we're going to get him out on loan. He has a decent talent, and whether he makes it with us or no, we'll find out in time.
All right, this is a call-in show. Come and join us, 0141 356 1972. We need G's. Well, listeners have been through the roof, but we need callers to make the show work. All right, Stevie?
That's correct. So come on in and give me in Southside a bit of stick. And he's want to know about bathrooms, vindaloos, or anything like that. I'm sure we can talk about it while we're talking about the famous Glasgow Rangers. Come on. Big game of big game.
Yeah.
You could also phone in and tell us if they're the actual ones that sent the hate mail in.
We get a bit of that.
Aye. I had a few last week, I noticed. I was alerted to with the techie team.
Aye, I got a letter Southside with a bra on it, and Fox says, don't touch it, it's a booby trap.
Oh dear. Oh dear. These jokes are getting worse. But they're not bad. Right, that was the bad, Stevie. That was the bad.
Aye.
But the team tomorrow, obviously, the thing is, just at the end of the interview there, he said that Seema could be back before some of the other players. Did I pick that up right?
Don't know, never really. Well, she said
Right
long term,
right
he said aye.
Long term, yes.
Aye.
Yep. It's not looking good for the big one. And what you know, he's wanting to stay with the Rangers he's fell in love with the club. There's no two ways about it. He's enjoying his football. So it's a sin what's happened to the boy. And can I also just say, sometimes in my mind, I think half of these players are at it. But see, when you heard them saying there that Cian Dowell went through his operation and everything went well, the boys are the kidding on when they're getting knocked on. So maybe that nurse's outfit might come in handy and I'll sort a few of them out.
Oh, imagine waiting up for your operation. He was still in there with a uniform on.
You think the drugs were still working? I'll give you my team. Can I give you my team for tomorrow?
I'm interested.
I think it'll be Butland, Tav, Suter, Balogun and Ridvan. It'll be Lundstrom and Raskin, and then it'll be Cantwell, Silva, McCausland and Dessers.
Are you playing Silva on the left?
I'm probably start him there because if they keep saying he is a winger, he's a winger that comes in, but I'd probably stick him at the left. But see, to be honest, I wouldn't mind even sticking him a wee bit further in to get him on the ball and maybe stick Cantwell. Like, see if they two want to interact, you know, because Cantwell's not been doing it really in the middle of the park where he's been playing, and maybe shift him slightly to the left and see if he wants to come in off the left and get a shot in, and maybe stick Silver maybe just in behind Dessers in the 10 and let him try and pick the ball up and link the play. But either or, on the left and Cantwell in his number 10 is normal.
I don't think you'll be far away with the team for tomorrow night there, Biggie. I don't think you'll be far away. Anyway, we'll be joined by Gary. Evening, Gary.
Oh, there's Gary.
Evening, guys. Another kind of fascinating day of different kind of team permutations and stuff like that. Yeah, I think the Team Southside's pick there is, I think that's pretty much likely going to be the one for tomorrow. I think any kind of win will do it. It's a fixture we always kind of reputations about, but we always end up doing pretty well when we go there. It's the same at kind of Tynecastle, really. So, another 3 points and kind of up the road. And let's see if there's any more kind of transfer news tomorrow.
Just before we take your question and your statement there, Gary, have you heard the Go Bathrooms?
I haven't, no.
Just write it down. Right, good points Gary makes there. It'll be interesting to see how. I agree with you, Gary. I don't think Southside will be far away. I think it'll all be about attitude tomorrow night. Stevie?
Listen, you go to Easter Road. I mean, they fell apart at the seams, but you watch them tomorrow. They will give everything. Now, we all know what their fan base is about, and we all know they've got one eyebrow brigade playing through their team. They will dive into tackles. They will give everything. Their application. It's just playing Aberdeen. They'll raise their game against the Rangers. We all know what we're going there for. It's going to be a hard game, and I agree with Gary. I'll take a Bridgeman tomorrow before a ball's kicked. If we can get out of there 1-0, no goals against, and 3 points, that'll do me tomorrow.
Aye, totally. And I think what you were talking about earlier, guys, about Sterling. For me, certainly at the minute, middle of the park, because he does have that physical presence, and maybe it's a case of, for when it's battle games in Scotland, Sterling's better in the middle of the park. Maybe in Europe, where it's more of a football game, maybe it's something that could maybe slot back into the kind of full-back position. But it's good to have kind of utility guys. I always think with players like that, going back to like Claudio Reyna, who could play in about 3 or 4 different positions and never let Rangers down. So it's handy to have somebody like that. But for me, Sterling at the minute, middle of the park.
What a football player, Gary. Reyna was a great player. Huh?
Brilliant. Captain America. Absolutely fantastic. A guy who's probably not talked about enough because we had so many great players at that time. But guys like that, they're the kind of bedrock of a side. And as I say, he never ever let Rangers down. So, but yeah, Sterling for me, just for his physical attributes. In games in Scotland, places like Easter Road, where it is more of a war than a football game, middle of the park for sure.
Southside, just before we move on and take Gary's points, Claudio Reyna, 7.5 out of 10 every week.
He was intelligent. He could get forward. He could link to play. He could score your goals for midfield. Similar to when we had Trevor Stevens, same idea. You know, same sort of type of player. You know, get forward, score goals, intelligent, good in tight situations, good athletic, get about the park, up and down the wing, whatever. I know what you're saying. When you were saying it, Gary, I was thinking, you're talking about Claudio Reyna, and I'm thinking, then we're talking about Sterling. But I get the fact, like, go in and win the battle, mate, and he could be the destroyer just to get the ball. Like a Terry Hurlock idea, like we used to say. He used to say, I'll get the ball and get to Mark Walters. No, get to players that can go and play. So, I get that. I think Raskin and Lundstrom will be the more, but I could see the idea of come on, put him in beside one of them. But I think it would probably be Lundstrom or Raskin, just to make sure that we recover the ball in that and we get it forward to the players that can get and go and do the damage.
Can I just ask my wingman? I know the Bears will have a tough game inside Easter Road, but what's the plan going for the buses tomorrow, wingman, for the buses down to the ground? Did you get yourself sorted with a set of wheels?
Yes, actually, there's a electric scooter on standby, mate.
That's good. So just to let the listeners know, my wingman's got a wee bit. He's carrying an injury. He's got knots in his thigh.
When he says electric scooter, I think it's mobility electric scooter, Stevie.
I said, I've not managed to wangle that yet. Don't start. Electric scooter all day. I'll be zim right down that Easter Road.
Got his summer holidays to Benidorm.
It was better than the other alternative I was getting hit with. Somebody would have to have pushed that, and I wasn't fancying that one.
Gary, I'm with you with Sterling, but only time will tell, mate. And well, it's a good problem to have if he's a good player, you know. But Southside's mentioned, but he's passing. If I've got one criticism of Nico Raskin, I think he reads it again well, Gary. I don't know what you think. He gets it, and it's just his distribution has to improve.
Aye, absolutely. I mean, I think that probably is the one kind of flaw in his game, and hopefully that is kind of worked on. I mean, if everybody's fighting fit, there's a few different permutations we could have in that midfield. It just depends, kind of longer term, who's going to be here. Well, not even so much January, but kind of after the summer. I mean, speaking of midfield, I'm coming more to the view that it was kind of unthinkable just fairly recently, but I think if you were talking about him earlier, I think if Cantwell doesn't pull the finger out the second half of this season, I would not be surprised if he's in the for sale list in the summer. And that was unthinkable not that long ago, but he needs to get his finger out, Cantwell, big time, like.
Can I come in there? Ox?
Aye, you might as well.
Aye, on you go, Stevie, before we go to the break.
Well, listen, no, you're totally right. Ox is right. For me, Raskin could do passes water, right? He needs to tidy up on that. And the boy Cantwell, I'm looking for him to ease a game tomorrow. He owes us a big game. That boy owes us a big game. And I hopefully he does it tomorrow. These guys need to dig their heels in and get in about this tomorrow. And Cantwell's a football player. We want to see something from him tomorrow. But Ox is totally right. See Raskin at winning the ball, turning it around and getting it gone. Fantastic. But he can't pass 10 yards. He's murder. You need to tidy that side of the game up. And we also need to remember the boys just coming back for an injury. So, but for me, you're going to Easter Road tomorrow. You're going to have to fight. This is a game where sometimes football doesn't win you. It's about guts and determination that will get you on the line. And I know the Bears will back the team up, and the team's got to back the Bears up to tomorrow. Get right in about it. Come on, Teddy Bears, get right into this. Spring burners.
Right, okay, Gary, what tune you fancy tonight?
Oh God, surprise me. Fox always picks a cracker, so I'm looking forward to it. I like the tune.
Southside?
No, the one that Fox is going to pick anyway, I know that.
What would you have picked?
You're not doing requests, he already stamped his authority at the start of the show,
What
didn't he?
would you have chosen?
I would have chosen the famous RFC.
All right, do it with the kids. Stevie, you're a better traditionalist.
I'd have went for Lena Mattel.
White Cliffs over.
One ticket at a time, sweet Jesus. No, I'd have went for the old classic. What is it? Yes, it's true. The boys in blue are just magic on the ball. What a tune. Get on, Fox.
Let's hear what the Fox has selected. Get yourself some meat.
As we go marching down the Paisley Road west, the doors and the windows open wide. You will hear the people cheer, the Glasgow Rangers boys are here. It's Glasgow Rangers for me. Blue is the colour, football is the game. We're all together, Glasgow Rangers is our name. For we are the best team in all Scotland, and Glasgow Rangers is our name. So bring on the Celtic, your Hibs and Aberdeen, your Dundee United, we're the best you've ever seen. We play hand on heart, God save the Queen. It's Glasgow Rangers for me. As we go marching down the Paisley Road west, the doors and the windows open wide. You will hear the people cheer, the Glasgow Rangers boys are here. It's Glasgow Rangers for me. Blue is the colour, football is the game. We're all together, Glasgow Rangers is our name. For we are the best team in all Scotland, and Glasgow Rangers is our name. So bring on the Celtic, your Hibs and Aberdeen, your Dundee United, we're the best you've ever seen. We play hand on heart, God save the Queen. It's Glasgow Rangers for me. It's Glasgow Rangers for me. It's Glasgow Rangers for me.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972. It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
You all right with that one, Gary?
Oh, cracker. Absolutely. That'll do nicely. That'll do nicely. Gets fired up for the game tomorrow.
Oh, they two have petted lips. They don't like when they don't get their own way.
Oh, no.
No, I like that one. No. I'll get battered out in the bus tomorrow. You know that.
Stevie?
No, and I know the boy that sings it personally, Wee Regan. He's number one in the Rangers charts for me. He's absolutely fantastic. Good bear. That'll do me. The only bit I don't like is the Paisley Road West, because that's on his side.
Oh, wait. Right to the fly south side.
Well, you know what that means, don't you? In KP, Cannon Park, Paisley Road West. He's right up the street, south side of Glasgow. Yep. Perfect
KP.
song.
Nuts.
Right, okay. Right, so, Stevie, the team that Southside selected, I don't think there'll be a lot of changes, but I can see Lawrence starting to have an influence, and I'm hoping I'm right. Fitness improves and starts influencing games if he's more minutes.
Mm-hmm. Great player. He's got it. We know he's got it. But how long is he going to be injury free for? That's the problem. What I think will happen tomorrow night, I think he'll come on as a sub. And I think Scott Wright will also be used at some point as well. 100%. Tom Lawrence is a good football player. He's got a cutting pass. He can header. He can shoot. He's a good player. But again, Ox, how long are we going to have the boy for? Let's hope he's going to get a good run.
See tomorrow night, Southside. See the way they play. We know that this guy's got them try to play open, expansive football, and they have the odd cricket. Would you consider playing Matondo to close him down quicker with that pace? Or would you think about bringing him on
I think I'd probably use Matondo as a sub tomorrow night. I wouldn't probably start him. But I think they will try and play it for the back. They've done it since Montgomery's come in. He's went and played that way. So, and listen, sometimes I've seen the odd game and they've been caught out a few times, and other times they've looked a bit dodgy, and other times they've worked it well. They've obviously got a system and they're working on it all the time. But I think we could probably catch them at it, surely, once or twice. But if no, they'll try and play through the lines against us. So it could cost them Ox, but I'm just hoping that we're controlling the game anyway. And it'll be our play that gets us the first goal. But there's certainly room to capitalise on it if we get the press right.
And Gary, same question, your good self.
I mean, I think, I think Matondo is a sub for me as well. Once the game kind of goes on and if they get the tired legs, he can just run at them with that pace, and Scott Wright as well, to be fair. Hopefully we can. But yeah, Lawrence, I agree with Stevie. You do get those whenever you think of him. That question, as I said before, I think he's kind of starting to fall into that Roof and Jack category. It's like, yeah, he's back, but for how long? Which is a shame, and I hope he does come back and get an extended run, because he does give us that extra something in the attacking front, shooting from outside the box and stuff like that. He gives us that different kind of option, especially when we're really light up front. So fingers crossed Lawrence can get the rest of the season in without too many more kind of niggles or injuries, because he has a talent, and as I say, he gives us something that wee bit different.
I don't think he'll start again tomorrow night, if I'm honest, Stevie.
No. So, listen, for me, you're going to have Matondo and Scott Wright coming on at the end of the game. Maybe get up 20 minutes out the two of them, and they'll run their feet off at Hibs, because they'll be knackered to have already been playing. I think that'll be the battle plan tomorrow. But as far as Lawrence goes, Gary's right. The boy can hit a ball, and I don't think he'll start when they start tomorrow. No. I'm going with Southside's team, by the way. I'm going with that. I'm starting with that, and I bring the rest on at some point if needed. Depending on it.
I don't think Southside will be far away. The back four sort of picks itself. Bonner didn't look great. I'll be polite. I say they looked like a shorter match fitness in Saturday night Southside. So, Ridvan's in possession. He keeps a jersey.
Well, listen, we've been crying out to see him get a run of games since he signed, and that's the one thing that we didn't get for him. We kept getting injury, picking up niggles, and then didn't get picked in the certain times when you might have thought he'd have got a chance. Borna had sort of turned it round a bit and had been playing, and when he was, what Borna's strengths are, and we hadn't really seen Ridvan's strengths really over the period of time. So I'm glad he's getting a regular run in the team. I know there's speculation about him, but if Comont's picking him in his team, then he must be happy with the situation. That's the way I see it, Ox.
Anyway, we've been joined by Andrew from Leeds. Either Andrew.
Good evening, chaps. Right, I'm highly concerned that we're looking at two of these before we're looking at a striker, to be honest with you. I cannot get my head around that. I think the need for a striker was as early as possible when the window opened. If anybody thinks that we're going forward with Dezers and Silva to win the league, if we don't get a striker of any note, and we're in trouble. That's my big worry here.
Andrew.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Stevie, for the drum. Would you like to put a wee fight on with me tomorrow that Big Desert scores a goal tomorrow?
I don't care whether Desert scores tomorrow. I care that we got a striker in that's going to take us to the end of the season. You get what I'm saying?
Yes, I'll lie, 100%. We need another striker, I agree. But I'm putting a £5 bet on me, Andrew, whether you like it or no. Big Desert's going to score. Okay.
Well, I hope we give him about 10 chances. I might be able to give you a fiver. Because he should have had 3 or 4 there on bloody Saturday night, that's for sure.
I agree. But this is a problem we've got. We should be getting behind the boy. We should all be getting behind him. His numbers aren't that bad on paper. We all know he misses a couple, but what strikers don't? He got his goal on Saturday. That's the main thing.
Stevie. He misses a couple, does he? He's missed quite a few. He'd be well into double figures if he'd took his chances.
Don't you take that tone with Big Stevie? He's the huff tonight.
Oh, sorry, he's not going to get a hand on me, is it? Because I'm doing in Leeds.
We'll send Big Al. We'll send Big Al down for you.
Oh no! Don't send Big Al. He's already after me for that Jack comment, isn't he?
Listen. Go bathrooms. Will find you anywhere, mate.
I'll be able to hide under the bathroom with my size, wouldn't I? Totally about that under the bath.
Anyway, we'll be joined by Big Al. Evening, Big Al.
Can you hear me all right? I'm in the
Yes,
middle of
we can hear you, big man.
And I was lucky enough to pick up your dulcet tones on my wee portable radio. So I've been listening the past hour. It's great that I'm on with the Champions League, but I just see Hope-Tel Tel Aviv qualified for the Champions League with Andy coming in the back door. So, Stevie, Southside. Look, I need to be quick. What I'm going to say is, does it look like we might get a turn out of Dessers?
Oof. That's some question.
That's the first question. I'll let you discuss it and then I'll listen to you on the radio. But there's still I feel the transfers, we should have had a few people in by now. It seems to drag, and we seem to have a few guys in the squad. I mean, you're talking about Lawrence, Dowell. There's a few guys in that squad, guys. And I know we like Hope, but I just don't think with what we've seen over the past 10 years, I just don't think these guys will come back in days of turn. Andy said Ryan Jack, you know what I'm saying? Just you might get a game or two, but nothing to really build on. And I kind of feel for the manager. I mean, you can kind of see he's a wee bit frustrated. I think he would have liked a few players in, you know, a decent striker, somebody that just puts the ball in the back of the net. So I think he's got to run with Dessers, the midfield. We're buying this young boy. If the reports that we believed, is he 21? He's a youth player for Sierra Leone or Senegal or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I think the manager will be frustrated here.
Well, listen, Alex, it'll be interesting to see what happens. I would have thought, are you going to go, big man, and I'll take that round the panel?
Aye. And just your thoughts on Shanklin. Why is he not on the door?
It takes 3 to tango, mate.
No, I've got a boy working for me. He looks like Shanklin. He's got a big, massive chrome dome. I call him Shanklin. No, he's 4 leads at the back, he said. Right, boys. Champions League panel tonight, except Andy. All the best. Take care.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, Al.
Southside, start with Al's points.
Dessers. He's not a predator in front of goal. Doesn't seem to be sniffing about the box. He'll go physical with players. He's scoring goals, but he's missing chances. He's not the complete player for me as a striker, but he's merely a striker. I'm going to say it as in positional wise, playing against the defender than what Silva is. Silva seems to want to come off and get the ball and turn and maybe link to play. He doesn't give me the impression that he wants to get right stone at the centre half. Don't know if Stevie thinks the same, but I don't get that Oxno that he wants to be that, maybe the centre figure at that point in time. I don't think he looks prolific either at the moment, although he's not had many chances, but he seems to be a player that wants to come short and get the ball for me. So Dessers, misses chances. I think he'll probably will score tomorrow against Hibs. I think it's just going to be like that. He might miss 1 or 2, Andy, but as long as he scores and we win 1-0, I think we'll win more than 1-0, to be honest, but I think he will score tomorrow, Andy.
I'll point, I mean, let's be honest, what we've watched at times, if we've been critiquing Dessers' performances with the ball, at times he's looked as if he's a novice, his control's been poor, and then lo and behold, Stevie, he scores that goal in Betis, and you're thinking, is there something here? And then even on Saturday, you think he misses a couple of good chances, then gets a goal. Yeah, he should have scored it. It was a great ball for Tav. But you're thinking, he's getting in positions. He's scored in every competition he's played in. Bizarrely, 5 competitions he scored this year. It's mental. He should have double the goals, maybe even treble with the sitters he's missed. Whatever, you've got to play with the cards you've got, Stevie.
Yeah, for me, I'm going to fling my hat in the ring and be very controversial. I can hear everybody want to go mad when I say this. I think we've seen the worst of Dessers, and I think he's only going to get better. I think the big man's only going to get better. He was talking about Ryan Jack. I know guys like Ryan Jack. Ryan Jack for me is done. Ryan Jack shouldn't get another contract. We should just part company and say thanks for all your efforts, the Devils. But I'm telling you, Big Dessers Zamora, I'd like to think the big man's going to go there and get a goal for us. He's going to stick one in the pokey. And I think we should get... We know every striker... McCoy used to miss 3 and 4 chances and put 2 away or 1 away. I mean, every striker's the same. I mean, we've got a geary guy. He's came to a new country. He's finding his feet. He's slowly but surely getting better. Lammers, when he was getting back away, Dessers was going forward. That's how I seen the two. And I think the big man's only going to get better. And by the way, I hope to God he scores tomorrow so I can come on here and brag like anything.
Gary?
That's a good point for Stevie. I think, it's Dessers will definitely contribute. But to get back to Andy's point, there's no way he can do that pretty much himself. So, yeah, another striker, whether it's Shanklin or not, or whether there's somebody else in the background we don't know about, he's going to need help. Because with Danilo out, Seema out, God knows who else, we need kind of reinforcements up there. So he definitely will contribute, but he's not going to be enough to kind of do it on his own to get us to where we want to be this season. So, yeah, we need to get somebody else in, Ronto. But it has to be the right person, to be fair.
Andy?
I agree.
No, I don't think he's getting any better, and I don't think he'll get. I think what you're saying is probably his max. I don't rate him at all. Not at all. Misses too many chances, too slow. Couldn't trap a bag of sand. Not for me. We definitely need a striker, but he'll have to score tomorrow because he's the only target man we've got. So we're going to be trying to hit him surely, so that he does score a goal. But nah, I mean, can you honestly say all the 3 forwards, the other 3 that are missing, were fit? You think he would be starting? I don't think so. We've got no option at the moment. We've got nobody else. But as I say, my worry is, and I'll stand by it, we don't bring anybody of any note that can hit the back of the rigging regularly, or far more than what we should be hitting, because we're making enough chances in every game. We ain't going to win that league. It's too much. He can't carry. He if you win with him and that Silver, they can't carry Rangers for the remainder of the season. We've got to practically win every league game here. So we need somebody that's going to even take the pressure off him, if you're going to look at it that way. Somebody alongside him that's going to be, take the workload off and chip in with a few goals. So that's my real worry,
Anybody in mind?
Well, I would have gone for Shanklin, but I don't even think we've even inquired for him. So no, not really. And the problem you've got, let's be honest, is somebody scoring the goals that Shanklin's scoring at the minute. You ain't going to get them in January, are you?
He's just missed a penalty, mate.
Has he? He's got his mind on going to Rangers. That's his problem tonight.
Yeah.
There you go.
Imagine. Listen, let's also be, if we're having an adult conversation about it, if we do sign Lawrence Shanklin, and I hope he's a Boyd-like signing for us, if that makes sense, even though he's a bit older, Southside, you're no signing Lionel Messi.
No. No. He's got technically better. He's a predator about the box. He reminds me of a Chris Boyd. He knows where to be in the box. Normally he can score penalties like Boyd did, but he knows where to be in the box. He sniffs the chances. Dessers doesn't seem to be in these sort of spots. You're looking when the goalkeeper's maybe dropping it or something like that. He's always miles away for the play. can I just get back quickly to Dessers just a second? See, Dessers lately, when I've been trying to watch him, seem you give him the ball when he's got a wee bit of space coming into the box, what you've seen against Betis, which you've seen against Dundee, where he took it and he just drilled it. He's not going to be finessing all that, but I still think he can still score goals, Andy, but it's just a confidence thing. He's a bit clumsy and all that, but Shankland's no that. Shankland's a guy that can hold the ball up. He's totally different. You're getting something totally different. You're getting a guy who knows where the goals is and has scored goals in Scotland for a long time, in championship level and all. And that's the difference. Than bringing in somebody like Dessers who has scored goals elsewhere and that. But you've got to come in and score goals in this league, and that's the things that sometimes players find difficult. I always say it's one of the hardest jobs to score the goals and keep them out. But I still want him to do well. We all want him to do well. And if we don't get him doing, Andy, and the price isn't right for Shankland as we all think we should go for, and we don't get him deals, but I think Clement will have somebody, mate. I think there'll be somebody coming for the continent, I believe. I think that's what might happen, and I don't think it'll be Shankland.
Can I just say, by the way, see for his goal on Saturday, do you see the way he lost his defender? He dipped his shoulder and he, all right, he didn't connect with the ball right when he scored his goal, but to get into that position, he lost that big centre half. He done it brilliantly. See if you watch it again, just watch him. It was quite cute what he done. We've got to give the boy credit sometimes when it's due. I mean, what he done in Betis, he sold the two guys a dummy and stuck it through the keeper's legs. Now, see if Ronaldo done it, he'd be listening it morning, noon and night. I'm not saying he's Ronaldo by any manner of means, but you've got to give the guy credit. He's done some stuff right. He's up there himself, and he's up right. I do think we still need another forward, because the big man's not going to do it himself. But I think he's going to get better as time goes on. I really do. I think that the worst of Dessers has been and gone, and I think he's only going to get better.
I hope you're right, Stevie. I hope you're right. But I get Andy's point about his control and that. You know, at times it has looked very poor, if I've been fair, you know. But, you know, then you see him do that and Betis, you're thinking, But watch this space anyway. Just quickly before we bring in Spanish Billy, Southside, 15% right back for Stirling, 7% at left back, and the rest have went for a combination of other and central defensive mid. So maybe you're right, because of that's been successful. It's no surprise. Anyway, we'll be joined by Spanish Billy. Evening, Billy boy.
Good evening, gentlemen. Good evening, Uncle Andy. How's she going?
Good evening, William.
What are you laughing at, Big?
Oh, good evening, Uncle Andy. Oh, brilliant.
Uncle Andy. Even my young boy calls him Uncle Andy now too. He's been teaching our young Cameron the ways with the tunes and stuff. So.
All right, Uncle Andy.
I'm all right. Aye, you carry on.
What's on your mind, Billy?
I think just like most people, like I'm a Spanish Ulster Scot, so I don't have a lot of patience at the best of times, and especially in January. Like we all have our thoughts and what we need, what we want, but what we'll get usually don't correlate and they don't align. I just think potentially when you take into account players that are injury prone, like Ruth, Lawrence, Jack, potentially add Doyle to that, players that aren't good enough, in my opinion. Dessers and Lammers temporarily out the door, players that are coming to the end of their contracts and stuff. When you take all that into account, what we're realistically left with isn't enough for a five-a-side team. And the way I see it is an even bigger rebuild than what Steven Gerrard had to undertake. And that took the best part of 3 seasons to get a competent team together. So I'm very, very concerned, and obviously I'm impatient, but we all know these things take time, and we're not privy to what goes on in the background. But the more time goes on, the more I'm getting concerned and impatient. We all know where we need to strengthen, or where we as fans believe we need to strengthen. And I just think we've been too slow and too inactive so far.
Is the problem, Billy?
Is the problem,
Billy? Sorry for cutting across you. Is the problem is we're back to previous manager too much in the summer? Because if you think of the players he brought in, it was the positions we thought. He brought in 2 centre forwards. He brought in another number 10. He brought in a guy who could play across the mid, the front seamer. The positions we're talking about now. But out the players, there's only seamer worked.
No, I totally agree, and I think it's sort of ludicrous that out of the last couple of managers we had, the most finance and the most backing was given to the most incompetent and the most reckless. And it's like, we've seen what Gerrard achieved with building a squad. I wasn't a fan of Van Bronckhorst, so I'll not really say too much on that, but we've listened to enough of Clement. He's very articulate and he's very astute in terms of, he'll not speak too much, but he gives you just enough to form that bigger picture and to read between the lines. So we have a rough idea of what he wants to achieve. And it was like the most backing was given to the most incompetent of them all. And that's now left us in a tricky position. I don't understand finances and things like that, and I've never claimed to, but it's obvious to see, you know, the most resources were given to someone that's created a disaster show for us.
Gary?
Billy's just gave a absolutely perfect summation there of the problems, and I was kind of thinking along those lines when I was watching Clement's press conference today. It goes, yeah, Beale was a big issue, but it really goes before that in my mind. We've not been properly run as a football club on the football side really for quite a while. It's been a series of really bad decisions. When we get ourselves in front, we just kind of like chuck it away again. This goes back a few years to me, and it gets back to the thing of we had a board, partly this iteration as well, that, as I said previously, seen Rangers more as a brand than as a football club. That's changed now, I think, with Clement in. He's really picking up for a lot of people's mistakes over the past few years, and Billy summed it up perfectly. That bad mix of the squad, sometimes you think they're doing all right, but when you look at it analytically, yeah, I think I said, you know, apart for the goalkeeper, you know, we really could upgrade all of them, to be perfectly honest, and that's going to take a while to do. So, yeah, I feel for the manager, and you can kind of tries to kind of keep his humour, but you can see it. He wouldn't be human if he's not thinking sometimes, what the hell have I stepped into here? You know, with the injuries, the medical thing, and it's how he's got us to where we are now is, as I say, all credit to him, and thank God he's here is all I can say, because if he wasn't, if it was another kind of manager, God knows where we'd be.
Can I ask Stevie and Southside a question, and then I'll come back to you three gentlemen, if that's all right. The support that's gone to the games, the support Ibrox and the people are going to the game, they're in this to win the league, even with this squad, Southside, huh?
Aye, 100%. Listen, we win our next 2 games. Win them tomorrow night and win on Saturday. No, I know they're playing Ross County and they'll probably win. But it gets down to 2 points. That's what it's down to now. That's what it could be down to, you know, and that's the incentive for everybody in that team and squad. And Billy made a lot of good points and all that. And this was meant to be a rebuild, and you can look at the successes through it. You can look at the injuries to Danilo, and obviously now Seema, although he was in on loan, but had injuries throughout the squad, which has frustrated the manager. But he's managed to galvanise them into a style and a system, something that we never had at the start of the season when we kicked off under Beale. And probably the board and certain people on the boards, as you've seen, have all moved on because they probably backed Beale, gave him the most money. We've got to remember we've had to come through COVID and all, and how much money that will be lost through everything that entailed throughout these seasons, and where we were trying to get the club back, where we were wrestling in court cases and stuff with Ashley, and trying to get the brand back probably, and trying to get a football team. And I still believe we had a professional club when Steven Gerrard was there. I think he drove his standards. That's the one thing I thought when he came, that you'll get a team that's fit and you'll have tactics, and he'll not take any nonsense. And then obviously Gio came in, but I think the players had the full fitness for Gerrard when he left. I think that carried the whole team right through, and then when he started his season, I think you noticed that the fitness wasn't there, and then it was the same again when Beale comes in, the fitness isn't there at the start of the season, and the squad had no style or structure. So we have to rebuild again to a point. I think there's a lot of players in that squad that has been there for a long time, and I just think we accept that that's as good as we're going to get, and it's no. We should be demanding we get better than that. Connor Golson sat there for a long time. Nobody's ever come in for him, but he's been ever present in that team. Tav, look at the stats, European scorer and all that. Nobody's ever come in for him that we've ever noticed. So
I've known it.
We've known it, aye. But there's other players in that, and if you think John Lundstrom's good enough for Glasgow Rangers going forward, man, honestly, not a chance. He's doing a job in Una, and he might try and get a contract, and if he gets one, you'll probably see him regress again. But for me, we need better than what some of the players are demanding now. But you've got to keep some of them and try and get better out of them, like Cantwell and Raskin. And if we get a couple of new signings, we've got to get them in. But we've got to go for this league, and it's winnable. Whether we get another player in or no, we've got players that have got to start contributing and scoring goals. We've got to be creating chances. So we've got to go with it, Andy, and we're all in, because it's no unachievable. Certainly no unachievable, mate. Might be hard, but it's no unachievable.
Stevie?
I can only agree with my wingman. Definitely, we're in the fight here. We've got a great chance of winning this league. I've got to say, Spanish Bully, the Ulster Scots, came away with a couple of good points there at the fact that what we want, what we get is all down to money, And as far as a rebuild goes, no matter what manager comes in, they want to put their own stamp on a team. I think it's possibly, I know it looks a negative, but I think the amount of players that's out of contract is a big help to Paul Clement coming going forward. I think in the summer and stuff like that, because he'll be able to, if he's got a couple of pounds, the hardest thing is to get rid of players, as we all know. So if you've got maybe 4 or 5, I think there's about 6, maybe a contract that maybe go on big wages. And then you've got other guys. I would love to see the backside of your injury-prone guys, but every manager that comes in the door, whether it be Gio, whether it be Beale, whether it be Phil Clement, he's got to want the same players in. So what do you call that? A mini rebuild? It's people interpret things different. But I've got to say, Spanish Bully, absolutely fantastic points. Well done, old chap.
Cheers, I'll send you your vegetable rollover for your kind words.
I think so. That's what I was hinting for, Bully, yes.
The only thing he refuses, Southside, is blows, isn't
it? I was going to say something, no.
You keep that to yourself.
Oh dear. Right, okay.
Nothing
Right to supply, Andy, with a white flag there, Andy.
I've got no white flag at all, right enough. I generally believe in what I said about Tedros.
They're calling you Dido in the lobby.
Hey, listen, I'll stand by what I said, right enough. Listen, the board...
Maybe I'm reading it wrong. Maybe I'm dyslexic. Carry on.
Right, listen, the problem with the board is they've put in money in the wrong places, in my mind. They should get the team right on the park first. But the problem is, the board have got no what I call football men that understand how the football team or the football side of it works. You've got Clemente, right? That's good. He looks like he wants to get the job done. He's not happy with certain things. But if the guys in there are not understanding of football, Clement's wasting his time as well. That's the problem. the first thing that Rangers should have done, right, coming back away, is get it right on the pack. The rest follows. All we're talking about is nice plush sky lounges and all that. I'm worried about what's on the pack, and we'll find out in the next 2 games whether we're deadly seriously going for this league. But even if we went and get the 2 wins, you cannot trust these players that we've got. They've been there long enough and they've let us down year after year. So, I'm only going to listen. I don't think Dez's or Silva, if we don't bring a striker in, I'll stick to it, we'll not win the league. I'll put that statement in. I hope I'm wrong, because I'll never get into them as long as it's mathematically possible that we can beat them. Of course we will. My fears are there. I'm worried. Another year of not winning the league, letting them walk in, taking money after money after money. We're letting contracts wind down. Clement said it himself, not me. This is madness, this. You're letting players walk out the door for nothing. Long, lengthy contracts on average players. Something has to be done right, and you need a football-minded side on the board as well that understands how football runs and wants to put us back where we rightly belong. That's just my opinion, and that's my worry.
Southside, and then we'll go to Spanish Billy, and then Gary.
I know we want a striker, Andy. We want somebody that can come in and we're going to say when we create chances, he'll stick the ball in the net, But listen, I think he's working on deals, and we've not heard anything on Shankland. There's been nothing official or anything like that, and so if you just leave that aside, you're hoping he's working on another deal somewhere else then, or somebody might come in, but you're always taking that chance, Andy, when he comes in, and is he ready to go straight away and kick on? If it's going to be another week down the line, you're nearly at the end, and if he's not ready, it's going to take you into about February. So, we've got players that he's trying to get them up to speed and keep them fit and get them in the squad, and hopefully they're not going to pick up any more injuries. And if we don't, Andy, and we don't get somebody in, then so be it. We'll just have to go and see if we have to win games 1-0 at the end of the season, and we'll win the league. But I think we're good enough to beat teams in Scotland. Most of the time, I think we can go and get the victories like tomorrow night. No, we've not got that striker in the now, but we're saying we'll go and win tomorrow night, and rightly so we should. So we'll just have to go. We've got Andy. If we can get somebody in, good, we'll go with it. But I'm not going to blame the manager or the board if we don't, because there could be reasons why the player isn't going to come at this minute in time. So we'll just go.
I'm not blaming the manager, pal.
No, I don't mean that, but I'm not blame him either. I'm saying it'll be what it'll be, mate. We'll just have to go with it. But listen, we'll just go and get a right good go at it, mate. I'm sure Clement's got is playing decent football. We've seen bits and bobs, so let's get stuck right into them, mate. Let's go for us.
Gary?
I think, yeah, absolutely. Totally agree with that. I mean, I think I've got a feeling 1 or 2 may probably will come in the door, and I think with all the talk about Shankland, I think that he will have his eyes on other kind of striking options, especially with what's transpired in the last kind of couple of days. So, I think we judge it when the window closes, and we just kind of take it for there. So yeah, it's all focused on tomorrow night, and I can't see anything but a fairly routine, comfortable Rangers win, to be honest.
I hope you're right. Anyway, we'll be joined by Bob Chair. Evening, Bob Chair.
Hi, good evening, chaps. How you doing?
Good, mate. You?
Evening, Bob Chair.
Oh, I'm all right. There's a hen laid an egg up here this morning, and the wind blew it back up at his backside. So, anyway, I just heard one of the gentlemen commenting there about that lot winning league after league, and it's got to stop sometime, lads. He's absolutely right. I admired what he said. I'm sick looking at Ralston and Taylor and etc. winning leagues, and they're not any better than what we've got. We've got to do something about this. I've never known a club with an injury crisis like us, and all this has got to be mopped up, cleared up, get the right signings in, and didn't get me wrong, this league's no gone this year, but get ourselves into a situation where we can put in a real challenge for it. Because it's went on to the 1-11 out of 12, and it's went on far too long, and it can't be allowed to continue. So I agreed. Who was it that said it? Was it Davey that said it?
No, it was Andy.
Well, it was Andy was absolutely spot on. I couldn't agree more. us as Rangers fans were sick looking at this, and it's got to be something, got to be addressed, surely. And let's hope that Mr. Clement can produce the goods. We all hope that, of course. Anyway, on to the more night. Is there any more rumours, anything, Shankland things, anything like that came in? No.
Nothing, mate. Nothing. Just
nah, I don't know if the manager fancies him.
But you don't know if the manager wants him, mate.
Aye, that's right. I don't know if this manager fancies him. And on a personal note, I mean, I didn't see Lawrence Shankland every week, but I feel he's a bit one-paced, actually. We're looking for something a bit more dynamic, a bit more quicker, you know. So we'll see. Trusting Mr. Clement's judgment, eh? Tomorrow night, I'm for giving that young Zico a chance from the centre of defence. I think he's not a bad player already. I think he's worth a chance.
I think it'll be
Beyond King.
No, it'll be John Sutton and
Balogun.
tomorrow night, yeah.
Balogun can't play, apparently.
He's suspended tomorrow night, is he?
How can he not play?
Because his suspension's 2 league games. That was a Scottish Cup tie last Saturday. I don't think Balogun can play tomorrow. I'm sure that was said on the show last night when I was listening for a wee while.
We'll get that checked too. Bob Jan. I've not looked at that, mate.
I'll have a look at that because I'm sure it was commented on last night. Oh, I hope he can play. Absolutely. But we're looking for a good win tomorrow night. Eh? As this lot, I think they've got 5 points out of 19 or something. So let's hope we can go to that big white park at Easter Road and give them a going over. I certainly hope so.
It's only tomorrow night is only about winning, Gary.
It's a good eye.
Aye, absolutely. It's as you said, a bridge man would do nicely. It's about 3 points, especially as it's one of the games in hand, gives it this even extra importance. So I just keep on their tails and just see where it takes us. But yeah, I mean, we generally it's a game we kind of got up for and sometimes get a bit worried about. But our record at Easter Road's really good. So. Hopefully it's a comfortable. I'm going to go for that 3-0 tomorrow.
Oh, hope you're right. Andy,
on tomorrow night. I think
that'll
be right. Aye. No, listen. What you usually get with, like the guys just said there, in the last couple of seasons, you usually get their first 10 or 15 minutes of them coming at you. Rangers tend to, calm them down and then really tend to rock them about. Usually get the results. I think we'll win, but I think it'll be tight. But the two of them are banana skins, aren't they? But the thing is, you've got to look at it. If we can win tomorrow night, then win on Saturday morning. And I know they're only playing Ross County, but it looks different, doesn't it, when there's only 2 between you? Something can happen. So these 2 games are absolutely massive. I just want them to show a right attitude, you know what I mean?
I agree, but also then the fixtures come round a wee bit. We'll get, we end up with a run of games that we hope we should win because they're Ibrox, but a lot of them are Ibrox, Southside that.
Aye. We get a wee run of home games, I think, and then a couple of games, then we'll be away again. But aye, and I think they've got 2 away games in a bounce. So aye, you never know, Andy. It's just about we need to win our 2 games, hopefully first one's tomorrow night, and we've got a good record there. So I'm not fearing anything tomorrow night. If we could get 3, it'd be great. I thought we'd maybe take 2 anyway. But any more than that will be good. But I don't think it's a hard game as long as we make it hard for ourselves. And it's about us with application and attitude, getting on the front foot for the start and imposing ourselves on them. And hopefully, if we don't create a chance, we'll overturn the ball against them. They're trying to play it out for the back, and that might lead to a goal. So either or, Andy. If it's not a great performance, as long as we're travelling back home tomorrow night with the 3 points to bag, that's all it's going to matter, mate.
No, I'll go with 1-0 every game. I tell you, I'm not bothered about that. I just want to see we can negotiate these 2 games. It's a different ball game. You know what I mean? They should win that one, but you don't know, do you?
No. Billy, in you come.
Well, the way I see it is, it's simple. Goals win games and games win trophies. And it's absolutely terms of adding and strengthening, it's essential we get a proven goal scorer in, because Sema and Tab were our main contributors to goals. We have a midfield there that's absolutely decimated. Makeshift players coming back from injury that aren't quite up to speed, or midfielders that just aren't goal scorers. So we're not getting goals from our midfield. Sema's out, so Sema and Tab. And for me, Dessers just isn't ever going to be the answer. And even if he was going to come good, which I don't believe he will, even if he was going to come good and start scoring consistently and taking a lot more chances, one goal scorer is not enough. So we really need to start finding goals from somewhere. And for me, Raskin, like when he first signed, I know a lot of fans were raving about him, but for me, for 70 minutes of the 90, he was anonymous, far too quiet, and we can't afford to have any player go into hiding or go missing, especially not in the middle of the park. That's where our battles are won and lost. And we all know for years and years we've been missing that bite in the midfield. And for me, the only one sort of silver lining is Sterling, although it's not his natural position, he has that bit of metal about him, that bit of bite. But I just think we need to start getting more out of what we have. But I think Clement's really maxed out the best in what he can get out of them, and we really, really need bodies in, and they have to be the right players for the right position. None of this, he can play 3 different positions. No, get a player in for a specific position to do a specific role and do it properly. This versatility, utility, outlay, a master, been able to do a lot of things, but not do any of them well. I just don't think it's been working for us for the last number of years, and we need it with 2 goals.
Just quickly before I go to Stevie to come in, how many players did you think we were going to bring in the January window, Billy?
Think 3.
Okay, so by tomorrow, well, maybe Thursday, we'll have 200 door, yeah?
Hopefully.
Yeah. All right, Stevie?
I just sense a lot of panic. I think we'll get it right. Phil Clement's lost 1 game since he came in manager. I think we'll get it right. I think we've just got to stay calm, stay galvanised. You know what the war cry is. And we're right in this league. We're fighting on all fronts. And I honestly, I'm going to say it again, live on this station, on this platform, I'm putting a $5 up for Dizzles to score a goal tomorrow. If anybody wants to take me on, because I've got vegetable roll off in Spanish Bullet to pay for. So I know Big Dizzles is going to get me my vegetable roll. So guys, stop panic. Let the manager have confidence in the manager. He told you he's there in the presser. They're looking at other people. There's people working hard behind the scenes. Now, think about what the big man's saying there. Now, Hearts probably wanting £5 million for their captain. They've got every right to ask for that. But are we going to pay that for a guy we could get probably in the summer for a fraction of that? I don't think we are. I don't think Phil Clement's interested in Shankland. If he was, I think he would be early now. That's just how I see it. But I just sense a wee bit of panic within the Bears about, you know, the bigger picture. No, because we've had bad past managers, we're starting to get our bums going like a rabbit's nose here. Just settle down. Let these couple of games take course, and let's see where we are. And that $5's up for grabs, okay?
All right. So, does this vegetable roll code for jam roll?
It's a new euphemism.
It's like, you know, we're playing well. We've had a wee blip in one game. We want to strengthen, of course we do, and I think we probably will get another player. January wasn't going to be 5 and 6 players coming in the door. we've got players in a lengthy injury list and all. We've got players coming back. He's got decisions to make, but they know he's trying to get maybe a couple other players in, and then we might release a player maybe out the door and get money for him. So we don't know, and we don't know how much the financial fair play thing's working against us and for us now at this time. So it's just about that. But here, keep the confidence. You know, he knows what he's doing, and we're getting results. Players are starting to play better. Aye, we can't afford to take many injuries with the sort of group we've got that we know what he's trying to keep fit. But here, have no fear. You know, we've got nothing to fear, so we just have to get stuck right in. We're in the hunt, you know. We're 8 points. We're 8 points behind. We could turn round by Saturday and be 2 points behind. You know, so just let's get stuck right in and back the manager, and hopefully we'll get a couple of additions. But if we don't hit the panic button, and we'll see where we are at the end of the season. We've already got a trophy in the bag.
You're politely asking Andrew to turn that frown upside down.
Well, it's not a frown, but
listen, guys, I'm laughing, but I'll tell you something, Southside. Aye, you're right. They'll have one wee blip, but they blips keep coming against them, and if they keep coming against them, we're not winning no league. So we need a striker of note. That's going to help. Desers, I'll be positive and say, you've seen the last of the bad stuff off of Desert, but you need a striker alongside him. What if he gets injured? Which is not impossible at our club. You know, we could be in real trouble then, couldn't we?
What happens if a new striker you bring in runs into him?
Well, he could do it, yeah, of course he could. No, but knowing that, look, Desert will stay fit and we won't get a proper striker in.
You know, it's all gambles. It's all gambles, Gary.
Aye, there's so many kind of permutations. I mean, I think for me to go on and have a really good season, especially in the front area of the park, 3 things for me need to happen. Get a striker in, obviously, keep Lawrence fit, and get Cantwell in a game. If those 3 things can happen, I think we'll do it.
Ox.
Yes, bro.
Can I just...
I've got to say, right, so we said we were looking for a striker, right? And we bring in, we brought one in, apparently. I thought that he was a striker. But we're all saying that because we've watched him, he doesn't look like an out-and-out number 9. He may have wants to come short, link to play, maybe move into space. It's not to say he'll no start scoring goals, but, I mean... So what we're saying then, we didn't bring a striker in?
I think that what you would say, Southside, what we've seen this now, Silver looks like a forward player. He doesn't look like a traditional number 9. Is that fair?
Aye, the way we've seen him, the way he's... Because I hadn't watched him at Wolves, don't get me wrong, I hadn't seen him, but for what I've watched, he's meant to sort of come short, try and go on the ball, link to play. I get that sort of idea for what I've seen.
Maybe that's what the manager wants.
That's what I'm saying, so that's what the manager's brought in, and he wasn't actually the striker that we thought we were bringing in, and that's what we're saying. He's maybe a guy that's going to link to play and a forward player.
Maybe. Listen, it's interesting. I understand where Andy's coming from, but the more night's all about winning. Last word to your good self, Bob J.
Aye, exactly. The more night's all about winning. We are where we are, eh? Past is the past. We've got to go forward now. And go forward, and we've got ourselves a really good manager at last. I believe that, and I believe he's brought success to the club already, and I do believe he will bring more once he gets everything all ironed out. I mean, let's face it, guys, and we all know it, he inherited a shambles with Beale, who's nearly out the door at Sunderland, but that's his problem. And the more night is all about the 3 points, getting the 3 points off this lot the more night, and we're more than capable of doing it with the squad we've got. So come on, Rangers, give us a good crisp win the more night and a big wide park of that Easter Road. The weather's to calm down the more. Let's get playing some football and beating this lot the more night and get the points on the board. One game at a time.
All right.
Thanks for having me on the night.
Cheers, Bob J. Spanish Billy.
Hi, thanks once again for having me on. And Big Stevie, I hope you have a chill box because one of them ice boxes because I've got a full pork shoulder in the freezer and it's taking up too much room. So instead of the vegetable roll. I'll bring you over a pork shoulder when I'm taking the Wayne to his next game.
No problem. No, I'll make room for that tonight. Don't you worry. I'll make room in that freezer, big chest. Don't you worry. You bring that big Billy, son.
Oh, dear.
Here, thanks again for having me on. All the
Cheers, Billy. Cheers, Billy. You notice when we got offered Southside, nothing. Square round, nothing.
Hee-haw.
Gary boy.
Another brilliant show. Just had a wee look in my other guys, 4 lads, Diomande, all going well, due to arrive tomorrow. Maybe far too early, it's too late for me to maybe get into the squad for tomorrow, but yeah, that could be signing number 2. Hopefully, getting over the line very, very soon. So, a good win tomorrow, Rangers, and we go forward. But yeah, we've said it a million times. We've got the right man in charge of the club now, and we'll see where it takes us.
All right, that'll be 2 in, and I think 1 more to come. Who that is, I don't know. Andy?
Yeah, I enjoyed the night. It's been a good discussion. I could just see Big Stevie running about Ibrox with a big pork shoulder on it. Where am I going to put this? It's been looking for a good solid performance tonight, and with a nice 2-0 win would be nice to set us up for the weekend. So let's go and get it done. Game on, innit, tomorrow? We said from before the cup game. No, I don't think any of us was worried about that. We all knew last week that this was a big one. So let's get out there and prove it tomorrow night.
Yeah. Southside.
I don't know about meeting a pork shoulder. He might have me Uri's shoulder tomorrow night when I'm hobbling down here with this calf. But no, looking forward to tomorrow night, mate. And it's been a good show tonight, as always, on with Big Mucker. Good discussion about the trips that's been on, and Big Al as well phoning in. So I thoroughly enjoyed it, but it's all about tomorrow, mate. It's all about the Rangers, as always. We'll go through to Edinburgh and make them famous for a day. So come on, the Rangers. Time to get these 3 points in the bag, and I'm sure it'll be an electric atmosphere tomorrow.
Don't mention Kath. He thinks real chops. Big Stevie.
Absolute fantastic show once again. We've covered A to Z in food. We've covered A to Z in the Glasgow Rangers. And I'll tell you, listen, at 5, Big Desert Zamora, he's going to grab us a goal. You trust me, and they'll not get to it. So, listen, we're in good stead. Just trust in Big Phil. And Big Phil, we trust. The big man's going to do the right thing by us. Everybody just stay calm and listen to Big Stevie, okay? Vegetable roll, pork shoulder, the freezer's getting organised. Thanks for having me, Ox. And I know you 2 boys will be busy all the Rabbie Burn season here. You'll be plenty of eating and you 2 coming up. All right. Thanks for having me.
All right. You forget about go bathrooms before you go.
For all your toilet needs, yes.
Listen, can I thank Big Al for Australia, Andy for Leeds, Spanish Billy, around the globe here, Bob J, and of course, poor Gary for joining us. Thank the one and only, the one and only Big Stevie and Southside for doing the show, Fox and All School Blue for doing the technicals, everybody for listening. This has been Rangers Radio. Hope you enjoyed the night. We'll be back tomorrow night with a pre-match show. An hour before the kick-off, building up to a Rangers victory. Take it away, All School Blue.